Alright, back with chapter 31 talks about the death of Saul. That's what it talks about. Now the Philistines fought against Israel, and the men of Israel fled before the Philistines and fell slain on Mount Gilboa. The Philistines overtook Saul and his sons. The Philistines struck down Jonathan and Abidad and Malchishua, the sons of Saul. The battle pressed hard against Saul, and the archers found him, and he was badly wounded by the archers, meaning that archers, of course, shot arrows, and arrows ended up landing into Saul, which ended up badly wounding him. Then Saul said to his armor-bearer, "Draw your sword and thrust me through with it, lest this uncircumcised come and thrust me through and mistreat me." But his armor-bearer would not, for he feared greatly. Therefore Saul took his own sword and fell upon it, and when his armor-bearer saw that Saul was dead, he also fell upon his sword and died with him. And thus Saul died and his 3 sons, and his armor-bearer and all of his men on the same day together. Of course, that's what Samuel had told Saul. Saul had disobeyed God, so God turned away from Saul, and Samuel had warned Saul that you will die because you disobeyed God, and here it is. He just died. And the men of Israel who were on the other side of the valley and those that beyond the Jordan saw that the men of Israel had fled and that Saul and his sons were dead. They abandoned their cities and fled, and the Philistines came and lived in them. Next day, when the Philistines came to strip the slain, they found Saul and his 3 sons fallen on Mount Gilboa. They cut off his head and stripped off his armor, and sent messengers throughout the land of the Philistines to carry the good news to the house of their idols, or really demons, and to the people. They put his armor in the temple of Ishtar, basically the temple of Satan, and they fastened his body to the wall of Bethshan. But when the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead heard what the Philistines had done to Saul, all the valiant men arose and went all night and took the body of Saul and the bodies of his sons from the wall of the Bethshan, and they came to Jabesh and burned them there, and took their bones and buried them under the teremis tree in Jabesh, and fasted 7 days. Now they have a map here. It says the Battle of Mount Gilboa in 1010 BC. Philistine forces advanced to Shunem from Aphek and prepared to attack the Israelites near the camp in Jezreel. Saul, fearing the great army that faced him, slipped away during the night to consult a medium at Endor in order to seek the counsel of the deceased Samuel. When the Philistines attacked the next morning, the Israelites retreated up the slopes of Mount Gilboa. Saul and 3 of his sons were killed, and the Philistines mocked Israel by hanging their bodies on the wall of Bethshan. Later, men from Jabesh Gilead traveled through the night and recovered the bodies. Now, like I said, they have a map here. The Philistines advanced from Aphek all the way over to Shunem, where Israel's camped at, or really in Jezreel. And when you zoom in upon this, and also you got Megiddo, Endor, Shunem, Jezreel, and Gadam, Mount Gilboa, and Bethshan. When you zoom in on this location, you have Megiddo, Mount Tabor, Endor, Shunem, Saul's forces retreat, and Gadam, Mount Gilboa, Bethshan. You just have all these little towns and these mountains. Anyway, when you zoom in on this, you have the Philistines attack. They go through Megiddo and they attack Israel over in Shunem, and then Saul retreats and goes over to Mount Gilboa, and some of his forces end up going over to Endor, where Saul consulted a medium. So anyway, this is where this is taking place. Here's the picture of it right here. See that that's where it's taking place at. So you can see that right there. Anyway, it's the last chapter of 1 Samuel. And I'll be right back with 2 Samuel here in a minute.